This is exercise 6 from the Cut Extrudes and Construction Geometry lesson. We're going to again begin exercise 6 with some base geometry. So let's select Save As, navigate to our location, and save our file as exercise 6. Now, before we do our cut extrude in this example, we need to first add a boss to the front face of our part file. So let's select that front face and select Sketch and select Normal 2. Now we want that boss centered on this back face, not on the front face, but we're drawing it on the front face. So what I'm going to do is change my display type to show hidden lines. Now we can see where the dotted line for that back face is. So we'll start by selecting our center line and sketching kitty corner through that back face. Next, I can add a circle starting on the midpoint. We'll draw my circle and then add a smart dimension to define the diameter of that circle at 1 1/4 inches. We can now conclude this with a feature. That's a boss extrude, and it's going to protrude 1 inch, and we can select OK. Switch ourselves back to shaded with HLR edges. And now that our shape's complete, we can add the cut extrude to the front face. So select that face, we'll select Sketch, select Normal 2, select the circle command. We can draw a circle just off to the side here. And then we'll hold Control down and select the two circles, again adding a concentric relationship. Lastly, let's use a smart dimension to define the size of that circle to 3/4 of an inch. And we'll rotate around before we add the feature. That's a cut extrude, again going through all. Again, we can see that through all goes through all of the geometry. It would cut anything it intersected with until it got to the end of our geometry. So we can accept. Let's do a quick double check to see if our design intent was maintained by modifying the size of our part here. Indeed, that circle stays centered on that face. I'm just going to use Control Z to undo the last few changes that we made. Save that. And that concludes exercise 6 as well as lesson 4. It's time to move on to our next lesson.